Hey everyone, Schmuckles, don't mind my Herschel cup. I actually have new news to bring to you today about Chapter 31, confirmed by Behavior Interactive. People have also been asking me to speculate and sort of guess what kind of powers could be brought in with this new killer based on everything we know. So I wanted to post a video that has all that information centralized into one location. This is a combination of confirmed things by Behavior Interactive about the new killer, speculating the new power based on what devs have said in the past. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you want to be up to date with all of the new news regarding new content in Dead by Daylight. So the first thing we're going to talk about here is Abby on Twitter said, "Me as an Indigenous DBD player nervously watching the teasers because we really don't need another video game taking from closed cultures." This was posted yesterday, February 16th at 8:24 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The Crow Show quote tweeted this and said, "Yeah, the comments so far ain't it? For anyone unaware, we do not speak the name of bad spirits in our culture. We're taught this from childhood. When non-natives throw it around, it's a trigger for us. Hope we don't have to go down that road with DBD." So the big question here on everyone's mind is Dead by Daylight going to be pulling from Indigenous cultures based on the video teaser that we saw on Friday? And the official Dead by Daylight Twitter actually responded to this and confirmed things about the killer's backstory. "Hi, the Crow Show and Abby. Thank you for raising this. We wanted to confirm that nothing regarding Indigenous culture or the names we've seen being discussed have been incorporated into our upcoming killer character or their lore." So to me, this actually takes one of the potential killer names off of the table for this new killer. This is a creature that's also seen in Until Dawn, and now people are questioning, would Behavior ever actually bring Until Dawn into Dead by Daylight? It seems like not likely. So that's a huge confirmation from the official Dead by Daylight Twitter, and something that a lot of people were curious in knowing. There were a lot of rumors circulating around, and Behavior decided to outright say this before the reveal of the killer itself. We've gotten a couple of clues on what this new killer's power could potentially be from the teasers. Recall in the first teaser, in that story that was on the Dead by Daylight Instagram account, they said, "I could only see two figures, one of them shorter, leaned against the trunk of the tree, while the other, taller, stood a little to the side. The first one, meaning the shorter one, must have been Ashley, but the second one looked wrong. Twisted, and the torso and legs seemed to be facing different directions, as if they could have walked toward me without ever taking their eyes off Ashley." So this story, which is describing the new killer, is describing it as a taller figure than Ashley that's standing next to the tree. From the video teasers, we are seeing a very different version of this same creature. We are seeing a creature that was crawling and completely low to the ground. It definitely crawled to the bottom of the opening to the tent and was on all fours when it entered. It doesn't even seem like it's alien low to the ground. It's more like Chucky low to the ground or Kayako low to the ground. But we know for a fact that this creature can also stand tall. So people think the new killer's power is going to revolve around this idea of a crawl ability. This could be some sort of stealth ability or a lunge attack. If it's lower to the ground than alien and closer to like Chucky low to the ground, but can also stand tall, I think there's a real possibility that we could be shifting between first person and third person perspective during the game and toggling between its ability. This would be the first time we ever saw a tall killer that is M1, and then when it goes into some sort of crawl mode low to the ground, it goes into third person. If they kept the killer in third person, even when it's standing tall, that would be super overpowered. That would pretty much make this killer stronger than any first person killer just in chase. So if the killer is going to stand tall at times, it seems like that would be in first person. If the killer were to go into some sort of crawl ability and then still is in first person, that would pretty much be Victor, especially if it has some sort of stealth or lunge attack just like Victor. So I do think that it's possible that this killer will be lower to the ground than Victor, closer to Chucky, and have some sort of third person crawl ability. In the Chucky reveal livestream, the devs did talk about how they really experimented with the angle that they put that camera. This was of course when they're implementing the third person camera onto Chucky for the first time ever into Dead by Daylight.
So we tried first person, we tried transitioning from first to third person and back. I know there's people in the community who really want a first person camera, but I promise you it's an awful idea. It's not fun. It's all grass and bushes and knees and feet.
So I think it's possible that they do some version of Chucky for the crawl ability on this new killer. Every chapter they sort of try to bring in some sort of brand new mechanic for the new killer, and it seems like this idea of going from first person to third person might be the new thing that's coming in with this new killer. This might be the biggest thing about this new killer's power. I also wanted to bring up this interview from Slasher Radio. Big shout out and a big thanks to Slasher Radio. I'm gonna link the full interview in the description below. They asked Matthew Cote if they could share other Chucky concepts that Behavior went over, and Matthew Cote said this.
Holding off Victor, and were there any like fun concepts that ended up being scrapped for Chucky?
The thing is, we try things, and stuff that ends up on the cutting room floor has a way of coming back later in a different form, right? So it's always a little delicate to talk about these things that didn't make it into the game, because if they're good, there's a very good chance that we'll try to to reuse them in some way or other on upcoming content.
So I think it's entirely possible that behavior could be recycling some sort of unused Chucky concept as part of the inspiration for this killer's crawl ability. People are also wondering who is the new survivor that's coming in with this chapter, because the person inside the tent on the teaser probably isn't doing too hot. We've been given names of people throughout the teasers, which we talked about in a previous video, and Lisa appeared to have gone missing at the end of the text thread in that teaser. So people are wondering, like, is Lisa going to be the new survivor? And yesterday we were talking about this on my Twitch stream, and I actually fully agree with this take. Would behavior actually bring in a third Lisa into Dead by Daylight? We have 2 other Lisas already in this game. Behavior gets to pick any name they want for the new survivor. Would they pick the name of a character that's already been used in this game? One of behavior's original creations is already named Lisa, and we already have a survivor named Lisa as well. So if the new survivor is not Lisa, could it be someone else from the teasers? If it's not somebody who's already established in the teasers, then the world does not know anything about this new survivor yet, and the PTB is right around the corner. Heck, maybe they'll even tease the new survivor on Monday. It's kind of strange because they always seem to tease the new survivor very early on. One alternative possibility that I thought could be possible is maybe the person on the other end of the phone could be the new survivor. This would be a way to tie together the new killer, the new survivor, and the new map. If the person on the other end of the phone comes to this person's campground to investigate what happened to their friend, this would be a way to put the new killer, new survivor, and new map all in one centralized location. I think the new map could potentially be the town of Greenville with a lot of its forest in it. We've seen a lot of talk about Greenville High. There's a diner that's right on the edge of the forest. When this creature was first introduced to us, it was actually in the forest. The video teaser that we got was someone who was camping inside of a tent, probably in a forest. I think there could be some sort of main building, whether it's like the high school itself or the diner, with a forest surrounding the rest of the map. And Nightmare Laser from my Twitch community also had this idea that maybe if it's a forest, to make it distinguishable and different from Red Forest, the trees could be clustered very closely together and very tall. This would be a way to bring in a forest map that's authentic to the lore of this chapter, but also offers different kinds of gameplay from Mother's Dwelling. For the new map, I'm kind of picturing some sort of Springwood Red Forest hybrid map. Anyways, that's all the news that I have to bring to you today. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comment section below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you want to be up to date with all of this new news and information. That does it for this video. Goodbye.